Hey sis. So, a little late for what you wanted it for, sorry. But hopefully still useful. Makeup for when you want the natural look, when you want to look like you're wearing as little makeup as possible. This look takes longer than basically any other look because you have to really pay attention to the lines of your face and you can't hide things going wrong in glitter. So, wash your face, exfoliate, cleanse. You really need your skin underneath to be pretty tip top for this. I'm still a little bit in recovery, so I'm cheating a little bit. So this is some Ultra Bland that I'm just putting on underneath to really, if you're going to use something like Ultra Bland underneath your makeup, you do really need to work it in. But it will give you a really, really flawless finish. But do you remember you need to take it off at night because otherwise it will block your pores. So once we've got that in, we use our primer. You want something like a fix and perfect primer. You want something that's got quite a lot of density to it. That's really going to smooth out those cracks. With a natural look, you'd be amazed the amount of like physical makeup involved in the natural look. Sorry about that. I'll put the microphone up there for a sec. You really want to work that primer all the way in. Yeah, this is a neutral primer. This isn't the Professional, which has got a tint to it. This really is about shellacking those little gaps. So when we put the actual layers on, what they're adhering to is pretty darn smooth underneath. Now, despite that being a clear primer, you can see I'm shiny, but you can see the texture of the skin. The textural finish is quite smooth now. So the next thing that we do is our concealer. Now we're going to use a lot of the two-step processes that we've talked about previously to fill in imperfections. So dark to light. So darker on the outside, lighter in the middle. Never underestimate the power of blending. And you really, if you need to, you can just leave the product in place for a little while and then blend over the top. But yeah, anytime you're dealing with a heavy shadow, darker on the outside of it and then lighter in the middle. You really need to work your concealer game for a natural look. You really want to get, it's not like the Flawless. With the Flawless, you're clearly wearing product. With a natural look, you need to get that concealer game top notch, because you can't hide it under a velvet finish powder. Your last powder layer of this look is going to be really minimal. It is genuinely going to be shading, so do make sure that you work each layer in as you place it. This is a good look for interviews. If it's somewhere that you're not expected to wear a full face of makeup every day, It's or journalistic interviews as well. That's, yeah, if you're, for example, if you're talking about your art, you don't want to distract from your art by them, yeah, working on your on fleek eyebrows. So you can see we've masked all possible imperfections, looking rather fabulous. So speaking of brow game, so we're going to use a mascara style brush for our brow game here. We've got all that product in place. We want a really perfected eyebrow shape without having that kind of brushed in finished eyebrow look. So you can use a brow gel here. But nothing too tinted. So you've got the shape that you want there without too much product. And then just use a brow powder to fill in. I know this is, yeah, you think this is just me being obsessed with brow powder, but you don't want to be messing this look up by putting on like a heavy brow pencil. Natural, 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 all the way. Your keywords for this look are things like clean. So every girl should treat themselves to a neutrals palette. Well, every makeup wearing human, quite frankly. This is a Victoria Jackson palette. I'm quite a big fan of Victoria Jackson. You normally only find it like really weird places like train stations and stuff. But this is a little all-in-one everyday palette and it's super, super handy. Right. We're going to use the smallest amount of foundation and we're going to use a brush. So see, being astonished that I'm not putting product on with my fingers for once. But yeah, you just want the tiniest amount of product. A really light foundation, something like an Hermes foundation. And just the smallest amount of product. Like this is a good time to get your beauty blenders out if you like them. If you ever tell me, if anyone can tell me where to get latex-free beauty blenders, that'd be amazing. I'd use natural sponge, but that's expensive. Yeah, you got that really heavy layer of primer, and then we're using this really minimal layer of foundation. And you'll see, it just looks like I have good skin. I mean blue skin because of the light from my monitor, but it just looks like good skin. That loose powder over right at the end as well will add to that illusion. But yeah, it's not like flawless. We're not caking it on. Accentuating our youthful glow. That's what we're doing. So now we've got, and it's like it's touchable immediately. There's no residue on my hands because we've really worked it into the skin. Though, as usual, don't cover up your wrinkles. You need those. That's where your expressions come from. So this is a brown kohl pencil. Things I never use because I like the black. So we're just very lightly hashing under the lash line, just to the centre point of the eye, just on the underneath there. And then we're gonna smudge it in. This look is designed to make it look like you're not wearing basically any makeup. Just the top of the lash line. It's not even half there. It's just that final third of your lashes, where if you were a cartoon you'd have the fluffy bit. And again, blend it. You see, it's just accentuating the eye without any kind of weight at all. So we need some white eyeshadow now for the very centre point here of your eye. So just that corner there around your tear duct, and again blend, 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 making your eye look bigger. All we've done there is bracket the eyes, so you've got the white at the centre, dark at the outside, which brings your eyes, makes them look even bigger, which is why right now I look like a Disney character. So for our actual shading of our eyes, so this is a no makeup look, so we don't want a lot. I've got a honey colour here, and we've got a caramel colour there. So the honey colour, first of all, is your lid colour. Again, so little, you want so little of this. Right, take the caramel and we're going into that cut crease. Again, we are not going all the way into the cut crease the way we normally would. We're not using a lot. Literally just creeping into the cut crease. It's very, very subtle. Again, we're just widening the eye, freshening the eye. It looks broader. That's it. So, oh my god, it's an actual contouring palette. We're not going to use our usual stick highlighter that I prefer. We're going to actually use a highlighter brush, that powder highlighter, blend, blend, blend. Blend, blend, blend. Center point of the nose. Blend. So if you want to add definition to your nose, this is a preference point now. I like to add a little bit of definition to my nose with a dark contouring shade with this particular look. So look at where the shadow hits your nose. And just think about how you want to accentuate it. And then blend. So it's very, very minimal. So we're not going to do our big bronzer look. Just contouring powder. And blend. Still the same C shape that we normally use our heavy bronzer for, but it's just super minimal. All those little tricks that we've done, that we've learned as we've gone along, we're now doing them on a much smaller scale. Just going to highlight that brow line. And we will go back and redo those eyebrows. They're weirdly important for this look. Look like flawless little pixies. At the moment we look like poorly little pixies because the one thing that we haven't done yet is blush. And blush is again something that's weirdly important here. So you want nothing too red. Nothing on my contour palette, for example, is going to be any use. So you know, I showed you that amazing little palette there, and that peachy blush is exactly what I'm looking for. Not this. This looks like a comedy wench. I don't know what's going on here. Give me a second while I blend the heck out of it. Oh my god. How big is that? So, while we're blending it, and I'll show you where we're taking it, it's kind of like a kite shape. It's like a triangle. But obviously we do not want this much blush. Oh my god, thank goodness for all that primer. We'll blend that out with some powder. Oh my god. Wow. That was mildly horrifying. Oops. The importance of subtlety. Oh dear. So yeah, but this is just a pale press, it's a translucent press powder. So you can stick a false lash on this, which can give you quite a nice dramatic flash. Personally, I don't think we need that kind of nonsense, not with our eyelashes. So, bog standard mascara. Make sure you wipe the brush. Top lashes only. See how simple and clean the look is. I'll send you some stills as well, I think, just so you can really pick it out. Now, lips. You do want to do something with your lips, because as you can see without, you actually, they look, your lips look unnaturally pale, because the rest of you is made up. It just doesn't look like it's made up. So again, I love this palette. It's got 4 lip gloss colours in the bottom of it. And I'm using one of the nude tones. Because the natural colour of my lips. I'm using the pinker of the nude tones. Then we're going to put literally a layer of lip balm over the top of it. We don't want it jammy or sticky. This is just Burt's Bees Mango Lip Balm. Yes, I did have to check. It's got 5 different lip balms on the desk as usual. So I'm sorry, sis, that I couldn't be there when you needed me to be there. To give you the tools that you needed when you needed them. That's crap of me, and I'm sorry for letting you down. But the next time you need invisible armour, God, don't forget those eyebrows. That's how you do invisible armour, or aka makeup that doesn't look like you're wearing any makeup. Obviously, I'm sorry I let you down.